So we'll do this word problem. On a trip to California, the total miles that you need to drive is 2,780 miles. The gas tank in his car allows him to travel 405 miles only. So if you fill the gas tank completely, you can go 405 miles. What is the minimum number of stops we need to make to fill the gas tank? So let's see. We have to divide the total number of miles, which is 2,780, into 405s. Because each 405 miles can be traveled with a full gas tank. So you fill it once, you go 405 miles. You fill it twice, you go 810 miles, and so on. So let's see, what are we doing here? We're dividing the total distance into 405s. How many times does 405 go into 2780? So how many times roughly would 400 go into 2780? So 400 times 6 is 240. 400 times 7 is 200. 2400 and 2800. So it has to be maybe a 6. So let's try. What is 405 times 6? 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 0 is 0, and plus 1 plus 3 is a 3. 6 4 is a 24. So it's 2430. 405 times 7. 7 5s are 35. 7 4s are 28. So that becomes a little too big. So 405 goes 6 times into 2780. 6 times 405 is 2430. Subtract, and you get 350 miles. So what this means is 405 goes 6 times into 2780, leaving a remainder of 350. Now let's subtract 350 from 2780. So that would be 8 minus 5 is 3. It's 2430, right? So if I fill the gas tank 6 times, so 6 times 405 is 2430. So if I stop 6 times for filling gas, it'll take me 2430 miles, but I still need to go 350 miles, which means I have to stop one more time. So 6 stops will take me, 6 full gas tanks will take me 2430 miles, but then I still have 350 miles to go, which means I have to stop one more time, because I still need to go 350 miles. So it's a total of 7 stops. Now, a similar problem, let's just say I have 2,563 cupcakes, and I want to pack cupcakes in dozens, in containers that can take a dozen. So I need to figure out how many containers that hold a dozen would have to be available here. So 12 times 2 is 24. Remainder of 1, bring the 6 down. 12 times 1 is 12. Subtract, get a 4, bring the 3 down. 12 times 3 is 36. 12 times 4 is 48. So 3 is 36. Subtract to get a 7. So what does this mean? If I have to pack 2,563 cupcakes in containers that can hold a dozen cupcakes, then I need 213 containers that'll hold a dozen each, but I'll be left with 7 cupcakes. So if I need to use containers to pack these cupcakes, then I need 213. And in addition, 1 more to hold the remaining 7 cupcakes. So it's a total of 214 cupcakes. But if the question was worded a little different, what if I said I need to sell cupcakes and I can sell only in dozens, and each container contains a dozen cupcakes, but I cannot sell a container that has less than a dozen cupcakes? In that case, I can only sell, I'm going to divide all the cupcakes into dozens, which means I'm going to divide by 12. I make 213 full dozens, leaving a remainder of 7. If I'm talking about selling cupcakes in dozens, I can only sell 213 packages that contain a dozen cupcakes. Now this cannot be sold because it's not a whole dozen.